Hi everyone, it's your boy, as usual. Doing an ASMR. I see you, Brazil. What's good, Germany, China, Russia, Middle East, Korea, Thailand, Philippines. What's up, Middle Earth? Rest and relaxation, eh? We got no time for that, but I have time to have a quick bath here. I've been in there. And now we're just washing our face, brushing our teeth, brushing our gums, flossing, brush our tongue. We're going to have a protein shake. Oh, it's going to be awesome. We're going to live forever. I'm scared of heights. I'm of sound mind. I love everybody equally. Of course, I'm going to stick up for myself. And if it means telling somebody I do not like you or your views, once in a while I might do that. But for the most part, I'm just adventuring. I'm just here to touch the hearts and minds of everybody and then move on. You know what I mean? My wife and I, we can teach more people how to love again, you know? All right, what's next? You ask. Clean my ears. Next, you're just gonna go like this, and then pop and drop, like this. All right, as you can see, my hair looks amazing just like that. Just sing along with me. Get yourself some snacks. Count how many times I do that. Also, make sure you count the farts and timestamp them so that everybody else at home. They never have to miss a fart from the live stream, right? After you're done watching the video in full, you know, it's always nice just to catch up in the comment section, say hi to people, drop a like, say hi to me. First and foremost, always hi and I. Wish me well, you can super thanks me in the comment section. Here we go. All I gotta do now. Sometimes I like to double lather. What's a double lather? Really? It's where you do it again, right? In case maybe you missed the spot or you're super greasy and you're trying to cut through the grease. I prefer to soak. I'm a soaker. I just love soaking. 5-10 minutes with soapy water, big time soapy water. You know, at first I like to wash, but then I like to soak, you know, and not with soap, not with the glycerin-based soap. We're doing a all-natural body wash or shampoo, you know. It smells like grapes and sweet, sweet strawberries in here. Pineapple, lemons, limes. Then I start off by my ears, and then I start to move around behind my ears and my bag, like my, whatever the hair on the side is called, sideburns and all that. And I just gently maneuver the sideburns up and down. Soak the mustache, and I do this 5-10 times every so often, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't set a timer, but I do a lot of soaking with the mustache and beard and my face. It just feels great. My favorite part of the day is probably sleeping. If I can catch a good 2, 3, 4, or 5 hour nap in the sun, or which is usually that's my bedtime. I don't really talk about it too much, but yeah, I do crazy shifts. I figure I'm about 18, 20, 24-hour days some days, but we are catching Z's in between, but it's quite the life. It's you gotta do it if you want to stay strong. Yeah, everyone needs their rest, but you also can't get too fat and lazy, right? If you get fat and lazy, disease will set in so fast on your body. My back hurts so bad. 3 days a week I'm bent half sideways in the bed with my wife pushing on my feet. That's our idea of a nice night out. Of course, I rub her feet and her back and everything, and make her whatever she wants for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. On the days that I see her, right? Oh man, this world, man. If you like to travel or you like anything, you know, you have to have a second job. Or you know, like, there's just no other way. Or you don't have any kids, you know, and you make a fortune at the one job. I mean, a fortune. $250,000 take home, right? And yeah, you don't need a second job. How many of those jobs are there? So all right, let's see what's really going on. I don't know what's going on in Canada, but me and my wife don't really like Canada anymore. Like she won't say it, right? But I love the country of Canada. I just don't think that this is the path that, you know, we were on in the 90s when everything was good in the 90s in Canada, okay? Yeah, Harper stunk. And Chrétien was talking about legalization, man. It was like 96, 1992, 93. I don't remember when it was, but in the 90s, Chrétien was talking about legalization. And it took those scoundrels 17 years to do it after that. At least 17. So, and the reason Chrétien was talking about it 20 years ago or whatever it was because the paperwork, the data was in that it was high time to stop arresting those who used it responsibly. It was mostly adults, you know, torn up from their family, and then basically the government wasn't getting a lot of taxes because all the grown-up men were jailed for. So it's like our system went backwards for a decade minimum. We could say since its inception, right? So 100 years, 50 years, 60 years. Harsh penalties for a plant that's 100% harmless. If anything, it's the opposite of harmless. It helped heal people, right? It's good for having conversations. It helps people with PTSD. It helps sleep disorders, right? It helps with sexual disorders. It helps with all sorts of disorders. Like, why would we demonize something that is so helpful to us? Unless somebody up there didn't want to help us. And as you get older, as you become more in tune with your body, there's two sides. There's people who are straight, you know. I've said it for almost a decade on here what I think those people are. They're pill poppers, right? You got pill poppers or you got plant users, right? And pill poppers will always denounce plants. It's hilarious because you'll see them eating a salad saying how healthy a salad is, but then they hop right on the pill train, right? So we live in a weird world where in Jamaica, plants are used to heal you. And some people here, don't see that, right? It's crazy, crazy. Ital means straight goodness, vegetables. No salt, no seasoning. Seasoning, you want seasoning? Lime, paprika, basil, mint. That's flavor, that's seasoning. Indica, sativa, flavor, seasoning to the highest levels. Such beautiful, beautiful flavors. Licorice, you could have cinnamony, minty, nutmeggy, there's star anise, there's so many beautiful, basil, oregano, garlic, you can have so many, garlic, mushroom, and onion, you can go so many ways with plants. If you grow them proper and bring out those flavors, right? If, it's a big if, Rastafari. Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Protein shake, and we'll do some other wonderful peaches, pineapple, mango, and then we're going to get right into a protein shake, and then a couple cups of peppermint tea, and then some other hydration stations. I take stuff very seriously. Less is more, just a little bit of each, Maybe a couple protein shakes in a day is fine as well. Absolutely. Not every day of your life, but it's probably better than having coffee every day of your life with milk in it and sugar. Like, are you kidding me? 2 protein shakes, way healthier than that. Are you putting sugar and cream in your tea? That makes your tea very, very, very dangerously unhealthy. But you could Google it, but you won't. All right, folks, I gotta get going here. I've had a great time, and this is where the great time says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm gonna go wash some dishes, vacuum, sweep, vacuum dishes, clean the counters, garbage recycling, kitty litter, vacuum the stairs, Swiffler the dining room, Swiffler the front of the house there, the entrance, the alcove, the mudroom, the kitchen tile, bathroom tile. Now I'm gonna head downstairs, I'm gonna Swiffler the laundry room, and I'm gonna call it a day. Call it an absolute night. I have to have all that done by 11 p.m. I think it's like 4:30, 6:30. I did look at the clock earlier, but I was like, damn, I got so much more stuff to do. But my back doesn't hurt. My hands are stiff, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt. My hands ain't going anywhere while I vacuum and sweep and mop. That's easy peasy, but it's got to get done. And then I got to wash the windows, so that's all done. I'm going to do a little touch-up paint on some spots, and tomorrow or by Friday. And then I gotta paint the wall in the bedroom. So I'll do that, and then I gotta paint a couple walls in the dining room. I don't think I have the paint for, oh yeah, I do. I have all the paint for the dining room and I have the paint for the bedroom. And I'm actually going to paint the other bedroom this weekend, but I'm painting that other bedroom I painted already. I think I'm going to, the paint is nice, but I think I'm going to paint it all white as well, that room. It's actually really smart to do that. So I'll do that. I'll explain why. Well, it's for resale value, like it gives it a blank slate, but it'll look really nice. And it'll be so bright. And it's not a huge bedroom, it's like 12 by, mine on the closet, it goes in deep in the closet, so 12 by 13 and a half or something. It's not that, maybe 14 inside the closet. I've never checked, I don't actually care. I think it's 11 by 12 and then there's like a 2.5 foot closet deep, right? It doesn't matter what it's by, it's just more space. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know what it's by. 6.5, 7 feet deep, wide, long, by 2.5 feet deep, I think. I think it's 33 inches, or just shy of 33 or 30 inches or something, I don't remember. But there's a closet there. Has to be accounted for if I'm putting in vinyl plank in that bedroom. Peeled out all the carpets and washed the floors and scrubbed them, took out all the tack boards and stuff, texture. And then I've got to do, I'm actually going to seal a couple spots with some wood putty, I forget what you call it right now. I'm going to put some wood putty through all the floor. Jeez. It's wood floor, it's called parquet. But it's old parquet, like the real deal from the 70s or whatever. And yeah, it looks fine. It looks nice, but I don't want that. Like, that's not at all, won't match anything in the house. It'll still be there, but I'm going to put some wood filler through the floor and just buff it out a little bit. And that'll tighten up the floor. Plus, it'll be more soundproof, believe it or not. But it's not like there's a lot of spots. It's just like, I'll get it wherever I can, but maybe like I'll do like 30% of the floor. We'll have it. The rest, I'm not doing it. It just needs extra sanding. But there's some spots where the fucking one of the tiny slats of parquet came out. So I put it back, but there's still like a gap there, so I'm gonna fill it. I'm gonna glue it into place, and then I'm gonna fill it with wood filler. Scrape it into place really good. Use a trowel, and then I'm gonna do the floor. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the flooring. I've never done flooring before. I've definitely not done this type of flooring. I've never done wood flooring but I've helped repair floorboards and stuff, but not like this kind. Like the subfloors. I used to do stuff like that, but I was really young. We're talking 30 years ago, I used to do stuff like that. And I did not give a flying about it. I was there just to lend a hand and take, and you get paid, but that was it. And it was like every month or something we did a floor for like 10 jobs. I've done 10 jobs in my life. Throughout like 5 years. So I was like 15 to 20, we'll say, or something like that. Or 14 to 19 or 20, something like that. I was doing that kind of stuff really young. I used to do doors and insulation. People used to hire me because I liked money and I would like hop on a ladder and go up there, and it was not very high. As long as it wasn't like a 20-foot ladder, I was down. But if it was a 20-footer, I was kind of like, nah. Most of the time I always said no. I said, how tall of a ladder? Because I'm scared of heights. I hate going on roofs. I've been on roofs before and I just felt like shit. Sometimes I'll sit there and people will be, hurry up, and I'll be like, if you say one more word, unless you push me off when we get down, I'm going to beat you up. And I'm petrified on a ladder. That's why I'm scared of heights. Everybody in my family knows that. So I'm petrified of heights, but a 12-foot ladder is nothing, 10 to 15 feet is like that's my max height. I did this one job when I was like 26, 27. Made like $4,000. I bought my chick her wedding ring and just a bunch of stuff. We went on vacation. Also, we like went to fancy dinners and we did stuff for quite a while off this 4Gs. Like stuff was a lot cheaper back in 2005 or 2006 and 7, 2008. I got like maybe $5,000 altogether. I got the last check was like $600, $800 or $1,200. But the point of this is, that job I never wanted to do that type of labor again. That was the last time I ever worked for somebody else where it was like an asshole. And I worked for a lot of people in my life, but this guy was such an asshole. Yeah, he was super mean, man. He was super nice to me, but then in the end, he was super mean, yo. He was really greedy. He wanted to keep all the money for himself, so I said, fuck that. He kept saying I was going to get a raise. I was either making like 17 and a half or 18 and a half bucks an hour, and I'm like, my buddy's telling me to quit, and I get benefits, and overtime is 33 or something like that. My wage was 22. I don't remember exactly, but it was something like that. 21, 22.50 an hour. He's like, yeah, come work at the hospital. I'll get you a job right now. And I'm like, oh, I don't know why. There's just certain things I felt it was instant too. It was like, no, say no. So I just was like, no. And I'm all about the money and taking chances and stuff, but yeah, I found that job that I quit with the asshole boss, obviously, on my own. And then I had best friends of mine that I worked with all my life, never had a problem. And they're like, come work here. I'll get you a job making wicked cash to start. And I was like, damn. But I'll tell you, it had nothing to do with them. I think it was the area, right? It was a bad area. And I like to just do me, right? And I can tell that I would have had an altercation in that area. So, unfortunately, that's my best guess. It was a bad area. And it was also very far from where I lived. And, like, it wasn't possible for me to probably make those times. I would have got fired probably for being late. Or I would have started late and worked late. I would work 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or something like that. And if it was overtime, I'm looking at getting home by 9:30, 10:30, 11, because it's so far away, the commute. But it was really good money for back then, but not like wicked the best, but for what I was capable of back then, yeah, it was good money. I should have taken it. But we wouldn't have been in any different situation, to be honest. We just would have spent way more money. Me and my wife, we know now we don't spend any money. We save our money. We're trying to retire early, right? And so now looking at that, if I had the back and the guarantee that I could be there and still have some sort of life at home after with my wife. Otherwise, why would I be married, right? If I'm never going to be around her, right? So one of us has to take care of a home, right? If we want to have something that we can sell, someone's got to be in the neighborhood once a week at least to do stuff around the yard and around the house too. And so I've had to take on that role, and I like it, but I still have other things I have to do, right? So yeah, I get tired, but I'm not going to sit here and complain and say, oh, I have a good time saying, hey, I got to do this, this, and this. I don't sit there and cry on the couch and say, life sucks. Oh, this sucks. If my back hurts, you don't see me on here, right? And yeah, I do say my back's sore. I'm not saying your back is stiff, But I hardly say that. I hardly say that anymore. You know, and it's always stiff. It's always sore. My hands, I can hardly move my hands right now. But I only said it like second time, in 2 hours. So yeah, my hand is like, it's like a piece of granite. That's all it is. It's just like a slab of granite, you know. But I have a good time, and if you are having a good time in life, then you should make sure that you let somebody else that you love have a good time whenever they're around, right? So that's what I do for my wife. I make sure the house is clean. I'm getting better at that. I lead a different life than her. She leads a very different life than me, and I wouldn't do her life, and I know she wouldn't do my life. So I know for a fact she has no inkling to do my life, and will never have an inkling to do hers either. The same amount. It's not no put down. I love my wife. My wife's a hard-working lady. She does her own style of thing, and that's her thing, right? I don't wish ill will to people who don't like my lifestyle, right? Like, I don't care if you don't like the way what I like, right? It's okay that you don't, but I just wish you were better about it. You were good, right? I don't spend any money. If I've spent money, I've made money, right? When I spend money, it's a gold. I bought a gold bar that just went up, $10 an ounce, and we got 50 ounces here. You know what I'm saying? So that's metaphorically speaking, right? More like, if you know what's good, right, then make it happen. And if you know what you don't like, then make sure you make it happen so it doesn't happen, right? It's really not that difficult to figure out, but like my mom did it, she figured it out. She loves gardening, so she's doing gardening things, right? She loves scuba diving. She goes scuba diving, I don't know, stupid amounts of the time. So there you go, right? Oh, feeling much better. I felt fine before, but my back is still really sore. Holy crap. I'm gonna do some stretches, some yoga stretches on the bed there. Oh, I just wish I could get my spine to feel better. Ah, it hurts so bad. Yesterday, on Sunday, I had a bath. I had a bath at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. or something. And my tailbone went pop, 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 like popcorn. Like straight up my spine. It was so weird. It felt good. Oh, it like laid my spine down in a line. Man. But it made this weird popping sound in the tub, you know what I mean? It was pop, pop, pop. It was incredible. I have these stretches I'm supposed to do. I have to do them tonight. Like as soon as I get on the bed, I'm gonna do them. It's like you push your back, you rainbow your spine, and then you push your stomach straight down to the bed with like a ditch in your back, like an upside down rainbow. And then you tilt your spine and you point your spine as best you can to the ceiling, and you tuck your belly button in, and you do it while you're on all fours. It's pretty awesome. I think it helps with realignment, is what I've come up with. But I love you all very much. I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Ashman out. Peace.